So I've got one crusty brush and a couple leftover paints. But initially my table was like really brown, and I had like these pyramids here. And I wrote down like a lot of like high vibration words so the vibrations on it would spread out. And then I just felt to cover it in like this gray light, or you can call it paste. So these are my first Orgone generators. So let me tell you a little something about this that I had to learn. So this is kind of cool. It's a labradorite crystal. It usually has like a really nice like kind of glimmer and shine to it, like that blue part right there. And it looks like it's like sitting in like water, but it's hard. It's really cool. I've got some other kind of crystals and stones in here. I've got a stormy quartz, and I've got I think it's like tourmaline. I'm not really sure what the other black one is. It's not shungite. Oh, there it is. You see that? See that glimmer? Woo-wee. So there it is. Wow, look at that glimmer. So the first mistake I made was I didn't realize that the resin was going to stick to this item here. So I had to this is from like a mixed shot glass. I'm probably gonna paint it or something. But it's really important because you have to basically you need to get Orgone Generator molds. Like a mold is whatever you're gonna pour your resin or make your orgone shape out of. And they sell like silicone molds. Silicone's a good item because the resin doesn't stick to it. But I just used some non-toxic epoxy resin. I used BBs for my metals. It's also filled with crushed crystal quartz in there and copper in layers. So this actually is really strong. I can feel this particular like Orgone generator really, really strongly. And I figured it would be like, I'd probably try to build it into like a cloud buster or something. But this was the first one I made. And it's got this really cool labradorite pillar I stuck into it. And so if you look down here, it's really heavy. It looks like the waters. I forgot what this black stone is here. Let me see. Let me see. One's a stormy quartz, and the other one is like, I think, tourmaline, or the one that's kind of like shungite. I forgot the name of it. But I really like the way it kind of looks still. Not the most prettiest thing, but let's see if we can put some light on it. But I'm very proud of myself. So my main goal was to try to make one that I could actually manage to pull out. You know what I mean? And actually have it like kind of like separate. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get this light to work. Got the lights. Got the lights. Okay, back to it. Now I got the light in my hand, man. So this is my first Orgone generator. Let us see how well it looks. So there it is right there. Took a couple days for it to really harden in this thing. So again, you want to buy you want to buy like this thing called like mold off, or this off spray that allows, once the Orgone Generator is like hardened, to just pull out the resin from the inside. So I'm gonna have to keep it like this, but it'll be mine, my personal little thing. So I have that sitting up here on my table. You see this kind of design that I had here with the pyramids. And this is kind of what the table looked like before. I recently just like kind of covered it in like this like kind of grayish stuff to just kind of cover up all the words. It was looking real kind of rugged, and kind of gave it a lighter feel. But I'm trying to transform this. So I didn't really have the best materials for my Orgone generators. I needed to just have a couple other things, but I had the basics. So here's another one that's in the works. There's a huge crystal ball in there. There's BBs for the metal, and the resin's been poured in. All right. Now I'm gonna do something with this. So it's already kind of hardened a bit, and I put an extra layer on it. We'll figure it out, but I can pull it out, and what'll happen is it'll start to look like this. This is my first official Orgone generator that I made. Now, I painted it like kind of like this like dirty copper on there, because you would have been able to have seen through it. But I put a bunch of things in there. So it's filled with layers of crystal quartz, then metal. There's even like some change and quarters and stuff in there. And I just actually put another level on this, so I can't touch it. But what you're seeing in there are actual pieces of quartz crystal that got covered with the resin. And it looks like it's underneath like the resin or the water. I think it's really cool. I'm gonna probably paint the colors something different. So before today, I actually had this like labradorite crystal. I had it just sitting on it loosely, and so I wanted to actually get it so that it would be, solid on this. He calls them hand grenades, because you can just make these really quick in a Dixie cup, throw them at like cell towers, and they will disrupt the suppression grids that they have been putting horribly on the human race. And I'm not talking about the telecommunications. But yeah, so this will be my first one. I'm gonna put this upstairs in the kitchen, so that, and I'm just gonna I've been just sitting around them and like enjoying the energies of them. This is actually the first one I bought right here, just if you want to see what like a professional one kind of looks like. So that's really cool. It's a pyramid. It's got like the quartz crystal in it. The resin's all nice and straightened out. You can make these by buying like a pyramid mold that you basically will pour the resin and the product into, and it'll just pull. And when it's dried up, it'll just pull right out. But this thing lets off a whole bunch of Orgone ether energy. By the way, Orgone is ether. It's a very strong etheric energy. And, that stuff is just amazing. If we can ever get ether in our lives, get it. But yeah, there's all kinds of you should watch my videos, healing properties to these generators. But, yeah, it was my first one. So I just wanted to give you kind of a comparison to that. So that's the one I made, and then I realized I needed to make it in something that I can actually pull it out from. And then I actually made this one and pulled it out. I just attached this labradorite crystal on it. And before, it was just like a little hockey puck. Really heavy and really powerful. This thing lets off a ton of energy. So it looks kind of janky maybe, but I don't know. After I paint it up, it might be kind of cool. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But yeah, those are my experiments. They're a little ghetto. They're a little ghettoified, but oh well. You know, we work with what we got, and that's source love right there. Okay, so I started painting this table recently, and I said, you know what? I don't like the way this looks. It looks like someone like cut their skin, and there's like this little pink part where the 144 is right there is all raw, and like just from the original colors. So I went from this to this. And this is what I started doing yesterday. So I wanted to get like, and I realized how much fun painting is. I wanted to put like this nice like crystal blue sky with like winds in it. And so that's kind of it. I'm gonna make this like an inner earth sanctum. That's the aquiline sun, but mixed with some other things. And then I drew this huge tree here. And originally it had like the new 5D earth like kind of written on it right there. But I just started like kind of coloring over it. That's a little bit of it was going to be a platonic solid, but I think it's just going to be something solid. So yeah, it just kind of started to like kind of turn out nice. And then I started thinking about that guy's show who always draws like the happy trees, and I'm like, man, he makes that look so easy. So I drew the white mist in today, and started kind of panning out. And then just like right now, I got this feeling. I was like listening to music. I was like, let me try to draw like a little mountain scene right here. So I just started trying to do that right here. And it's like, man, it looks like kind of like ancient Chinese calligraphy. And I just started coloring it. So you're gonna watch as this kind of transforms into something different. But I started with these like mountains up here.
I am here embracing this new fifth dimensional life. Streaming through the crystalline frequencies of divine love all night. I am expanding and commanding my energy to breathe prana on this flight. Each day, I am impressed by how true God has kept it right. No more going up than back, it's just flying up for life. I don't identify, that's how I fly unseen. I am the light. I have let go of all programs that don't fit right. I'm not a Gemini, I enter sly like ascended dragons through the night. There is a purpose to everything, don't ever dream ascending teams. Do not doubt God Source's light. We will ever bring unindicting truth like Source's right. We are an evergreen appending things that don't vibrate with our true sight. So I better dream a better scene with non-meddling beings that might think twice. We are bettering benevoling dreams spiraling through light. This heaven's scene leveling my life screams this gift is right.